Hi Pisces, welcome, thanks for joining me. So this will be the weekly love reading for the sign of Pisces. Also welcome cross watchers, sun, moon, rising, Venus, ascendants. Now these are general and collective messages, guys. It won't resonate with everybody, so take it how it resonates, okay? Okay, so what are the love messages for Pisces? What do we need to know for Pisces? Energy is sort of up and down, isn't it? It's fluctuating. There's always changes and shifts going on. You know, things could have happened since last time. I've got a lot of energies here, Pisces, in this reading. It looks like there's too many people involved here. Okay, I have to be honest. Okay, first of all, we have got Knight of Cups. You could be dealing with a fellow water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, strong Pisces energy because of the fishes. Maybe it's you. Maybe you want to make a love offer to someone, or you're dealing with a fellow Pisces. There's a love offer coming in here, right? That's the first energy. Then we have got two player type sort of energies. We've got a fire sign, a Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Another Knight, Knight of Swords, air and fire energy again. Oh, you can't get away from this Emperor, can you? Aries, okay, could be dealing with a fire sign. Then we've got Capricorn, the Devil, Judgment, Five of Pentacles. Okay. So with some of you, you could have already moved on from this narcissistic, toxic person, okay? Again, codependencies, controlling, possessive, jealous, vindictive behaviour, right? Possibly someone's using some sort of punishment against someone, some sort of guilt, projecting their guilt onto someone. I feel like someone's avoiding a situation on purpose. They're blocking it on purpose because we're having the High Priestess here. Okay, so you're going with your intuition, you're smart. Possibly someone's angry, they haven't got control in the situation. I feel like some of you could have moved on already and you are with somebody else, because we've got the Lovers. Hang on a minute. The Lovers, the card of Gemini. Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. So you could have moved on. Some of you could be in a new relationship with someone else, or you are choosing to be single right now because we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the card of, you know, achievement, accomplishment, victory, in your glory. You know, you just want to be single right now. You need stability, pentacles, money, right? You want to be independent and free right now. I feel with some of you, you are open to change and you are keeping your options open, okay? Possibly dating other people, choices, decisions, possibly twin flame soulmate dynamic here. Now, with this Ace of Cups, again, I feel like some of you want new love now. You want a change. You could have already, hang on a minute, walked away. You could have already walked away and closed out this cycle, because we're having the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups, right? It looks like there's been a painful cycle here, right? So some of you could have already walked away, right? Okay, then we have got, I do feel like someone here is judgmental. And someone who is going through some sort of transition, right? Some sort of rebirth. Possibly someone from the past trying to come back, resurrect something here. This is about somebody that wants to make an announcement. They've got something to say. They're calling judgment here. You know, souls waking up. Someone's waking up here, right? This is about standing your ground, you know, setting boundaries and choices and decisions as well. Okay. Okay, so I do feel like, where's it gone? Someone here is going through some sort of breakup, a divorce, a painful third-party situation that looks very destructive and very toxic. Okay, so someone's walking away, possibly you. Emperor, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Devil, right? I'll get to that in a second. We're having the Eight of Swords. This could be you, Pisces, or your person. Okay? Someone is very conflicted. Yeah? They're very conflicted right now. They don't know what to do. They feel powerless. They feel like they are at their wits' end. Okay? Someone is being held captive by fear, Worry, doubt, emotions cloud their judgment, codependencies cloud their judgment. We have got a bit of victim mentality here. Just be careful of narcissists. Okay? Someone is very confused and indecisive right now. There's a mental block. There's subconscious fears going on. Look, confusion, there's deception, there's secrets, right? Someone's just full of illusion right now. There's something external going on, some sort of darkness here, Pisces. You could be dealing with, this could be your energy, Cancer moon, Pisces moon, Scorpio moon, Sagittarius moon, right? So I do feel like someone could be trying to free themselves from a situation, free themselves from fear, overcome these obstacles, overcome these challenges and fears, right? Very deep in their subconscious mind right now. Deception. I feel like, hang on a minute, someone's avoiding a situation on purpose. Look, someone could have blocked someone on social media. Someone here has learnt a painful truth, a painful lesson about something, right? Possibly someone's afraid to reach out because they feel that someone has got someone else because of having the Lovers, right? They're afraid of rejection. They've got a blindfold on because they're afraid that they're going to see something painful. Okay, I do pick up guilty conscience. Again, with the materialistic bondage. Okay, so also we have got the Three of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, and the Ten of Swords. So someone's getting a divorce here. Also, there is a lot of pain, suffering, heartbreak, disappointment. Someone here is still shedding old skin, healing old wounds, releasing karmic debt. The tables have turned. Something has come back on someone. Someone's betrayed someone here. There's a lot of disruption going on here. Someone has broken someone's heart. A third party interference, okay? Looks like a toxic, unhealthy marriage, and someone's walking away, they're getting a divorce, they're still in the court of law, they're still going on with the, the legality, of this, court settlements, proceedings, okay? So I do see divorce. It looked very toxic, it looked very destructive, and it looked very codependent, okay? Also, I'm picking up toxic third party that is coming to a completion. It's reaching the ending now, look, right? Ten of Swords, completion. Someone needs to pull themselves out of this victim mentality, this darkness, this external, pain, this guilt. Okay, they could have been around someone where they felt very restricted, tied down. Like I said, bondage. Someone kept leaving someone out in the cold, being cold, coming back to you, going back to a third party. I'm getting a sort of backwards and forwards, okay? Someone has got, hang on a minute, strong obsessions. Should I say obsessions, addictions? Something to do with alcohol, drugs, money. Someone here could be very money orientated, obsessed with money and power and materialistic bondage. Here, there's some sort of bondage, codependency, right? Okay. Then we've got these two knights. Someone's got a bad temper here. They could even be abusive, right? One thing you need to know about this knight, he does not stay in one place forever, right? I do pick up player, in and out, in and out, in and out, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. This knight does not do commitment, okay? He's always at a distance, he's always on the move, looking for fun. He just wants to have fun, right? Sexual. He's not the settling down type. So just be careful of players and narcissists, okay? And people that are angry. I feel like someone's angry. It's like they want to be a player and then they want to come back and mess with your head and toy with your emotions. I do pick up irrational, unreasonable. They could have rushed into a third party, now they regret it. Okay, so also I am picking up I feel like someone's projecting guilt onto someone. It's like they're shoving the blame onto someone and they're not taking responsibility for their actions. And I do pick up someone here that is very arrogant, egotistical. I feel like it's like someone's having a laugh and a joke at someone's expense, right? They're not surrendering something, they're not putting something down. Possibly a third party, possibly an ego, right? Someone needs to cut their losses with something and walk away, which is probably what they're doing. It could be you, Pisces, because we've got water energy. Look, someone's walking away, right? I feel like, I think this has come up for you before. Someone here, oh, Pisces, you know I'm always honest in my readings, okay? I have to be honest here. Right. Okay. The reason why someone's got such a huge ego problem, you already know this, I'm guessing you do, right? Just bear with me a sec. They've got abandonment issues, right? 5 of Pentacles. Someone feels abandoned, they don't want to be left behind, right? Do you know why? Because again, that energy of when somebody was little, their dad left, walked out. They did not have a dad growing up, right? Possibly because they didn't have a dad growing up, they haven't got respect for women, they weren't taught how to respect women, talk to women. I pick up someone that is very nasty and spiteful and abusive with their words. Sharp, cold, blunt, right? The reason why they've got codependencies, you already know this, I'm guessing, okay? This huge ego problem, right? This strong masculine character, right? He is very much about the power and the order and the control, right? Can you see the connection? Their dad left when they were little. They didn't have a dad growing up. They're disrespectful. They've got ego problems. They've got codependency. They've got abandonment issues. Okay? Always play the victim. There's a player here. Wow. What a reading, Pisces. Maybe they don't want to be in a relationship. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, someone clings to... Yeah? Ooh. They cling to unhealthy relationships because it gives them that sense of identity. They need to feel wanted and needed to feed their ego. Look, can you see the connection here, Pisces? I'm sure you already know this. Okay. Oh, I bet you're sick of hearing this, right? I'm picking up someone that is very needy. I feel like there's too many people involved here. This could be someone's parents interfering. Someone's obsessed with someone, they won't let them go. I could be tuning into 2 different situations, right? Someone's obsessed with someone, they won't let them go. This is about lust and desire as well. Temptation. I feel like they're always tempted by other women, men, right? They need to surrender a third party. Hang on a minute. But then again, I've got another set of energies over here that is heartbroken because someone's walked away. Yeah? They've suffered a lot of betrayal, a lot of heartbreak here from their past when they were little. And something's come back on them. I feel like somebody does want a second chance here with someone. They want forgiveness, they want give and take, they want balance here. Right? You could be dealing with an air sign, Libra. Yeah? I feel like there's changes going on in someone's life. I do pick up resistance to change. Possibly they're not ending out a cycle here. As I said, they could be keeping someone around just for the fact that it's just a sexual convenience thing, a living arrangement, right? Because of this codependency problem. I mean, possibly in the past they might have tried to seek professional help and overcome these childhood abandonment issues, you know, this fear, this codependent problem, you know. They could have tried to seek professional help here. Someone always feels abandoned and they never take responsibility for their actions. Okay, bear with me. I could be tuning into 2 different situations here. I feel like one person is a player and one isn't, right? One just plays games, one just wants fun. I do pick up a lot of in and out, in and out, in and out. They want to have their cake and eat it, right? But then as soon as you go to walk away, they don't like it, right? Then we're having deception, right? I feel like someone's intentionally, like, they're avoiding it on purpose. You could have blocked them on social media. I do feel like someone's avoiding something on purpose. They can't be bothered. They're just sitting right now and watching. You know, this Emperor, he's very intimidating, very overbearing. You know, like, wow. You're dealing with someone very controlling and possessive, yes? You know, I do sympathise. You know, someone's parent walked out. I pick up a dad person, walked out, left them. That's why they're like this today. Okay? Because they didn't have anyone around to teach them how to do things properly, how to respect people, how to respect women. That's why they're like this today. And then there's another set of energies I'm tuning into here, Pisces, where someone is trying to manifest someone. They're trying to manifest someone back into their life. And I feel like they're trying to change so that somebody will forgive them or let them back into their life. But someone is closed off, guarded, confused. You know, they don't know what to do. They're closing their heart. They're blocking something out. Bear with me. With some of you, I feel like you want to be single right now. You want new love. You want change, right? You've ended this cycle. You could have walked away already. Judgment, the Lovers. Remember, this could be your energy. I feel like you've got a twin flame soulmate connection with someone, and remember, this could be two different situations. There's a lot of energies here, right? Okay. We have got the Knight of Cups, the Magician, 8 of Wands, right? This could be you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or you're dealing with a fellow Pisces. There's a Pisces coming towards someone with a love offer. They're trying to manifest someone. They want to communicate. You make them extremely happy. Possibly someone's waiting for their ships to come in, or they've turned their back on a situation because they're gaining some sort of clarity of thought here. Page of Wands, 2 of Cups, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Someone's watching you, Pisces, or you're watching them. Someone is trying to manifest you. There's another set of energies here, right? This person is your twin flame with some of you. Okay, take what resonates. The Lovers. The 2 of Cups. Bear with me. Someone's obsessed with someone, they won't let go. And someone does not want someone to move on. They don't want someone to find someone else. They don't want someone to go into a new cycle because they're going to be heartbroken. Okay, just bear with me. Possibly, some of you are dealing with a Libra. Possibly this person that wants to come in with this love offer likes to weigh up the pros and the cons and the possibilities beforehand. Okay? Their options, what, you know. Now, I do feel there is going to be some sort of reconciliation here. Okay? The Lovers and the 2 of Cups. Right? Twin flame soulmate dynamic. You've got a very strong and powerful bond here with someone. Okay? This is an energy that you've always been spiritually connected. Someone could be getting engaged, getting married. They want long-term commitment with someone, right? Someone's watching someone. Look, they're spying, gathering information, investigating, watching someone's social media. He's the spy, you know, the intriguer, right? Getting ready to let his guard down, come in with a bit of truth and clarity. It could be a pride and ego thing getting in the way, you know, every time they go to talk to you, you know, their emotions cloud their judgment. Their subconscious talks in, their ego, right? They could be trying to tame that ego, right? I can see that someone has got a lot of love for someone and they want to talk. Look, they're trying to manifest something here. There's something coming towards you quite fast. Good news, messengers, look. Page of Wands. Fire energy. Strategizing. Decisions, choices. Yeah, they want to send you a message. Look, you could be dealing with someone younger than you, definitely. Yeah, they're trying to manifest you, manifest this connection. They're trying to resurrect something here, okay? They're trying to resurrect something. Could be a past person, okay? Maybe they made bad judgment calls in the past, okay? So this Magician card, this is about having potential, seeing and realising your potential, having faith in yourself, believing in yourself. They're using initiative. Yeah? They're gaining some sort of clarity of thought right now because we're having the Ace of Swords, look. Yeah? They want to talk. See? They've got a very active mind. Again, look, cutting their losses, surrendering things that don't serve them anymore, walking away from things, yeah? Banishing things out of their life. Yeah? They want victory here, they want success. Yeah? Somebody wants to tell someone how they feel, they want to give you their love, okay? This this Pisces, this other water sign, look. Yeah, you could both be Pisceans. Yeah? They look better suited for you. The other ones look like players and control freaks and you know, it could all be the same person, they could have ascended. As I said, they could be trying to tame and clear out all that player-like codependence and, you know. I feel like someone's waiting for their ships to come in. And then we've got the Sun card. Look, beautiful. You make each other extremely happy. Look, this is how someone sees you. A safety net, a security blanket. Turning a negative into a positive. Healthy boundaries. Light being brought to a situation. Look, where there's darkness, there is light. Right? Embracing your inner child. Someone could have children here. You might want to have children with someone. You can see someone being your wife, your husband, you know. Somebody wants commitment here. Yeah? The eternal twin flames, you know, that bond. What is bringing you back together? It's fate and destiny. Yeah? You keep getting brought back together with the same person. Right? It wasn't the right time back then. They had lessons to learn and they have served their karmic justice. Look, they're still releasing this. They're still paying it off, this karmic debt. Right? So the Sun card is promising blessings on the horizon, Pisces. This is beautiful. Okay? I feel like this love offer, this communication, I feel like it's been pondering for a very long time. Yeah? This reconciling, this coming back together, this union. You make each other extremely happy. There's definitely mirroring going on, triggering going on. Right? Someone is very, very possessive of someone. Yeah. They won't let go. They don't want you to end out this cycle. I feel that they're heartbroken because you're not talking to them, or you're not talking right now, so they're heartbroken right now. Someone won't let go of someone, okay? Because they know that they're not going to find anyone like you. They know that this is a unique connection. They haven't got this with anyone else. Anything else was just lust, desire, sexual, codependency, temptation. Didn't mean anything. They're definitely healing some sort of emotional turmoil from their past. They're releasing something from their past. Yeah, something to do with childhood. They're still healing from something, from pain, from previous relationships. They could be still carrying that burden. I do pick up, like I said, someone that is projecting their sort of guilt onto you, if you know what I mean. You know, they don't take responsibility. I feel like they're too proud. It's this ego problem, you know. They're too proud to apologise, yeah, to admit that they've done wrong. They are being unfair here. There's not much justification here. They're being unfair, okay, because we're having the Justice card, right? So possibly they're going to come back and try and apologise. They want a second chance. They want forgiveness. There is going to be a turnaround here, okay, a peak results, because we're having the Sun card, which is very positive, right? A positive turnaround, taking control of your destiny, embracing change, right, instead of resisting, okay? Positive results, a bright side to a situation, beautiful. Again, you could be at a long distance from someone, far away, travelling, okay? So I do feel like here, I feel like somebody wants to speak their truth because we're having the Judgment card. Hang on a minute. Has it gone? Because we've got the Lovers. Possibly you're going to have to make a choice between two people, or someone is struggling between two people. Yeah. Yeah. Because we're having the Lovers. Someone could be struggling to make a choice between two people. Also, I'm sweating. Very hot here in the UK. Very hot. I am melting. Where was I? I just feel like something's going to come at you and you're going to get very overwhelmed and you're going to be like, I don't know what to do, help. You're going to be stuck between two people. But deep down, Pisces, deep down, you are going to know who is right for you and who isn't, right? You're going to do yourself a justice. You're going to do yourself a fairness here. Okay? You will do what's right for you. You will go with your gut instincts. You're going to go with your own judgment. You're going to go with your intuition. Okay? Yeah? You will set boundaries here if you have to. Yeah? I do feel like there isn't much give and take right now. There isn't much balance right now. Someone is being unfair, right? They need to take responsibility for their actions. Okay? I'm tuning into a lot of energies. There is too many people involved here, I would say. Possibly this Pisces coming towards you, this fellow Pisces or this fellow water sign, is your twin flame, you know, your soulmate, because we've got the Two of Cups, right? So I do feel like, I feel like somebody wants to reach out to someone, but they're afraid because they feel that you've got someone else. Yeah. If it is someone coming back from the past and you haven't spoke for a long time, remember I could be tuning into two different situations. Someone does not want to be left behind. They don't want you to find someone else. Yeah, look, see the pattern? They are going to communicate with you. I feel this month, because we've got the Eight of Wands here. They're trying to initiate something. They're trying to sort of find middle ground with you here. Okay. Someone could be having strong sexual desires here as well with that Devil card. Someone does not want to be left behind. They don't want to be abandoned. Obviously, who you accept into your life, Pisces, that is your choice, that is your decision. No one's saying you have to forgive anyone. You will know deep down in your heart who is right for you and who isn't, right? Right? So I definitely feel it's like the tables have turned. Something came back on them. They left you out in the cold. Right? They left you out in the cold. They left you hanging. They were mean. They were nasty. Right? And now this is how they're feeling. How you felt. Lost, lonely, abandoned, out in the cold. See? Third party interferences. Right? Someone is angry here that they're not in control of the situation. Like I said, it feeds their ego. That's why they cling on to these, regardless of whether they love someone, right? That's why they cling on to these unhealthy relationships. It's toxic, it's destructive, it could be chaos, and they will still cling on to it because it gives them that sense of identity. It feeds their ego. They need to have some purpose. They need to feel wanted. They don't like being left and abandoned. It's something to do with when they were little. Okay? Pisces, I think this has come up for you before. This could be you right now. You're very stuck in your own head. You don't know what to do. Powerless at your wit's end. Out of your depth. Also, someone here has learnt some sort of painful truth here. Definitely. Revelation. Some of you just want new love. You want change, you want new love, or you want to be single right now. Yeah? You want to be independent and free. You don't want to be controlled and bullied and put down. You deserve to be treated with the respect that you deserve. Right? So you're being strong and powerful here with some of you. Yeah? Strong and powerful. You could have already closed out the cycle and walked away. If not, it could be your person walking away from something that was toxic, third party, divorce, something like that. I do pick up something to do with materialistic bondage, like I said. I could be trying to tame this ego. Oh, God, I'm melting. Melting. I've got the fan on and I'm still melting. I keep getting brought back to these two, the other set of energies that I'm tuning into. I think there's two different situations going on here, Pisces. Okay. When I do collective in general, I usually tune into two different situations. There's a lot of energies here. Wow. There's definitely some sort of truth and clarity coming in here for some of you, okay? Someone's going to communicate with you. They're going to reach out to you. Okay? But I still feel like they're completing moon phases and cycles in their life right now. Okay? Completing some sort of cycle here. Okay. I keep getting brought back to these ones. I don't know why. I think my guides keep telling me to pick these up. Okay. Something from someone's past is haunting someone. There's still pain going on from someone's past and they're still carrying it with them today. That burden. Okay? That they could be trying to free themselves from. Right? It's something to do with previous relationships here as well, and that's why someone is so insecure when it comes to relationships. They always need to know and they always need reassurance that they are in control. It's something to do with their ego. It gives them that, you know, that nourishment, that nurturing. This is why they're like this today. And I can really feel their pain because I'm a Libra and I possess the powers of an empath. And I can really feel it, you know, what happened when they were little. This has come up before, Pisces. They've suffered a lot of betrayal, heartbreak, suffering, disappointment. All people do is leave. All people do is abandon me. That's what I keep hearing. Maybe you're closing your heart. Maybe you've had enough. You've blocked your heart because you think someone's going to abandon you again, leave you out in the cold. You don't want to be in a third party situation again, right? But in order for something to work, you need to sort of respect someone, don't you? You need to try and tame that ego. You can't own someone. You can't claim ownership on someone. They're not your property, sort of thing. Okay? They're watching you. Yeah, possibly someone's gathering information about someone. Someone could be like obsessively, heavily watching someone, and someone who could be creating fake accounts. Because we're having the moon cards, they could be wearing a false mask, creating fake accounts just to talk to you, asking friends about, you know, asking your friends what you're doing, that sort of thing.